Welcome to the breakdown recorded July 7th, 2020. This is the show where I break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world right now, and I give you my opinion on them. Now, this is my opinion. If you want to learn more about these stories, check out the show notes down below. I'll put a link to each story there so you can read them for yourself and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. Now, if you're new here, do me a favor though. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. And hopefully we can help you learn something new that you may not have known about. Now, the new background is here. I have some other stuff to go with it, but with this being 2020 and everything happening in the world, getting certain things, they're either out of stock or it's taking forever for them to ship. We got some shelving here. It's going to have some cool stuff on it. It's also going to have some other purposes later I'll tell you about. But bear with me. This new studio is slowly, painfully slow coming together. All right, also, I got an iPad now. In the past, you probably noticed that I was using paper. You could hear me rustling them. Now, with the iPad, we can just jump between stories. I can have a lot more information at my fingertips with the show notes on them. So, slowly making improvements. Let's get into the news of the day, though. Starting off with something that's kind of creeped up and become a huge story. A national coin shortage has happened nationwide for a variety of reasons, but a growing number of stores have stopped accepting payments or cash payments because they don't have coins to give you. I was at Menards picking up some stuff for the studio, and they said they didn't have any quarters. The entire store was out of quarters. They just had dimes, nickels, and pennies, and the cashier was saying they're pretty short on those too. I know Walmart, Myers, and more have, at least at self-checkout, stopped taking cash. A lot of this has to do with a few things, I've been told. Now, number one, the virus. Very clearly, this has been a big impact as the mint who manufactures these coins has shut down. On the flip side, other things have been happening. For example, people aren't using cash like they used to. We talked a few weeks ago about how cash payments from the company Square, which does a lot of coffee shops and more, have plummeted. I think they said less than 10% of their total sales was cash due to the fact that people were using cards. And some of that has to do with the fear of the virus. They don't want to take money from somebody. They want to use cash. Or a card instead of cash, excuse me. Well, what that has done is as people who've had to use cash get it, they're less likely to put the cash back into the system. So a growing number of people are just sitting at home with a lot of coins. And that's really dramatically changed the whole flow of the coins. So we don't have new ones coming in. People aren't putting them out. The other problem we're having is the mint shutting down. And the fact that people are buying less in stores has all come together to cause this. Now the good news is the local executives and banks and more are all coming out saying they expect this to be very short-lived. The mint is expected to resume production of coins shortly, which should help alleviate this coin shortage that's happening right now. I'd love to know though, have you seen a lot of coins shortages? Have you been told you can't pay with cash right now? I was actually finding I took my family out for ice cream and they were only accepting cash, which was kind of a flip I wasn't expecting to see. So let me know what you think and what your experience is with the current coin shortage. And does it surprise you that fewer people are paying with cash right now during the pandemic? You let me know. All right, next story up. Good news for anyone out there who is sick of robocalls. The Supreme Court has upheld a ban on robocalls and even made it more aggressive. So previously, the law had allowed the federal government to use robocalls to collect debts owed to the federal government. No longer. The new rules under the Supreme Court's ruling yesterday, when I record this, says that is no longer allowed. But this goes back to a 1991 ban on robocalling cell phones. That's why you don't see so many political surveys, for example, on cell phones that you would have got on a landline. Now, this is for people who are obeying the laws, following the laws. Now, of course, there are plenty of robocallers who are not. Anybody get a call that your American Express card is declined, even if you don't have one, or maybe you're getting your your car's warranty is up. I get all those all the time too. I will say though, compared to a year ago, it seems like I'm getting less. I'd love to know what you think. But the Supreme Court has upheld that this ban is constitutional, as it was being challenged as unconstitutional. So it'll be interesting to see now. Now that's been approved, how far into it does it go? What will we see happen in the future? How aggressive will the government be in enforcing it? We'll have to wait and see. Have you misplaced a ATM in Nebraska? A local farmer is looking for you. In Nebraska right now, a farmer was draining a pond as he was working in his fields trying to rearrange some stuff and discovered at the bottom of it an ATM. And so if you're looking for a missing ATM, there's a farmer in Nebraska looking for you. Uber has been slowly expanding its food empire with the shutdowns and everything happening in the world. Food deliveries have become even more popular. Uber tried to buy Grubhub, but was blocked by a lot of monopoly concerns, as Grubhub and Uber Eats together would have been a massive competition for anybody else trying to get into it, like Waiter and more. Well, Uber, after failing to do that deal, has now agreed to buy Postmates, a food delivery service, for a shocking $2.65 billion, over $2.5 billion, just for a food delivery company. This is a huge, fast-growing industry. I know food delivery's been around for a very long time. Mostly thought about like pizza and Chinese food restaurants, now expanding to pretty much everything. And services like Uber Eats, Grubhub, and more must be massive to justify a $2.6 billion sale price for what's fairly a new business, let's be honest. Uber Eats, Postmates, and stuff, I'm not sure how long Postmates has been around, but as a nationwide service, they haven't been around that long. So let me know. I remember quite a few years ago, I went to Korea and was kind of interested to find out that basically everything was deliverable there. In the United States, it seems like we're kind of catching up to that trend. It's kind of interesting to see. So let me know, are you surprised by the sale price? Are you worried about Uber getting too big? And are you like me and enjoy having a ton of options for things to be delivered? Let me know. All right, were you in Virginia and found yourself stuck in a massive traffic backup? Well, you were probably stuck behind some escaped pigs. A few lost pigs escaped onto a Virginia interstate and shut it down for quite some time, causing massive backups as they try to corral these escaped pigs. So if you have pigs, please keep them inside. Please, or inside the area they should be, I should say. And that way they're not causing massive traffic backups. All right, so schools are rushing to reopen, and there is a new issue popping up. An increasing number of substitute teachers are not coming back. This has left school districts scrambling to counter a substitute teacher shortage so that they could possibly reopen this fall. I know many states are looking to reopen. Some are still considering it. We'll see how this all plays out. But unfortunately, there's a substitute teacher shortage. Now, the good news is, if you're looking for some part-time side work, there is money being made right now working as a substitute teacher. I've known some people who've basically done that as almost a full-time job with a lot of flexibility in it, because you get calls in the morning and the evening offering you substitute teacher positions, and you can accept them or not based on what you want to do. Now, those positions are open. So let me know, are you a substitute teacher worried about going back? Are you excited to have your kids go back or not so much? Part of me as a parent is very excited for the kids to go back. At the same time, definitely want them to be safe and careful in how we do this. So let me know. And does it surprise you that we are seeing a uptick in the number of substitute teachers not wanting to go back? All right, have you ever argued with your spouse? Has it ever led to a big lottery win? In Virginia, a woman who was in an argument with her boyfriend turned out to be a lucrative deal because the argument led to her buying a lottery ticket for stress relief that led to a $177,777 win there in the Virginia lottery. So, if you're ever arguing with your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your significant other, maybe that's the right moment to go buy a lottery ticket. At least it worked out for this couple in Virginia. And lastly, Ford is ending production of the iconic Lincoln Continental. The car has been around for a very long time. Michigan's radio system there broke it down, had a great history, but the car dates back all the way to 1917, and it became one of Ford's best-selling cars for a very long time. Now, as people move to crossovers and hybrids and all kinds of different vehicles, the Lincoln Continental is going away. Now, I always remember it. I'm pretty sure I've had family who've had them. I know I've been in them. I think I've even had a rental car of them a few times in the past. So let me know, Lincoln Continental, do you have fond memories of the car? Or do you say, good riddance, I'm happy to have it gone. But on the flip side, the Ford Bronco is coming back. So it's an interesting time in the world as not only things are changing in all areas, rental cars is another big area where that's changed, or rental cars in general. All right, everybody, I hope you have a fantastic week. Hope you had a great 4th of July. If you're new here, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us. Very excited to get this all set up the way I want it and to get back to some live shows. Do you want to see some more live shows as we chat and talk and have fun? Leave me a comment, let me know. And let me know what you think of the new background. So I'll be back very soon. Very excited to finish up the studio. Take care, everybody. I'll talk to you real soon.